Royal expert Jonathan Sacerdote has said members of Meghan's family could be inclined to publish biographies about the Duchess of Sussex and reveal awkward stories about her from before she was royal. Speaking to Express.co.uk, Mr. Sacerdote said, "I think Meghan faces a fairly big challenge in terms of family. She's cut off members of her family entirely, including her father, who she seems to have been very close to growing up, and he seems to have supported her and paid for her to be privately educated. Now she doesn't talk to him as far as we're aware. He frequently speaks out about that and he's quite critical of her and Harry's behavior. I think that we can expect in the future members of her family to increasingly say things that she doesn't want them to, whether it's her brother or her father. I think we can also expect more awkward revelations of Meghan in terms of books written about her. I think unauthorized biographies will be a counterbalance to the very, very carefully managed PR efforts the couple put out themselves. They need perhaps to think ahead to how they'll react to those sorts of revelations. Meghan is somebody who has had half a life before she became connected to the royal family. She had a previous marriage, family disputes, a career in acting and modeling. All of which could yield stories that are interesting to tabloids, the public, and could be embarrassing for her in the new life she is now living as a duchess. They need perhaps to think ahead to how they'll react to those sorts of revelations. Meghan is somebody who has had half a life before she became connected to the royal family. She had a previous marriage, family disputes, a career in acting and modeling. All of which could yield stories that are interesting to tabloids, the public, and could be embarrassing for her in the new life she is now living as a duchess. It comes as Meghan has created a new brand for herself as a half-royal and half-celebrity, a royal commentator has claimed. Meghan's lobbying of U.S. senators has drawn mixed results from the public after the Duchess of Sussex called 2 Republicans on a private number. In the other hand, this Christmas will be a very special one for Princess Beatrice and her husband Edoardo Mozzi. It will be the first festive season they will share with their new daughter Sienna Elizabeth, who they welcomed into the world in September. But in 2019, before they wed, he got a sneak peek at one of the family's favorite days out, even though tradition said he shouldn't actually have been there. On Christmas morning, the Queen and her relatives come together for a service at St. Mary Magdalene Church in Sandringham before they head back to the estate for their private festivities. Well-wishers line the road to get a glimpse of the family and to give them flowers and wish them a Merry Christmas. Invites to the family's private Sandringham celebrations are reserved for members of the firm, and partners normally have to wait until they are married to join in. But Edoardo was given the rare privilege of joining the Christmas celebrations, despite not officially being part of the family. However, the tradition was also discarded in 2017 when Prince Harry invited his bride-to-be Meghan Markle ahead of their wedding, paving the way for Beatrice to do the same with Edo. Meghan joined the royals for the 3-day Norfolk celebration as her own family were miles away in America. However, the Duchess of Cambridge and Mike Tyndall on the other hand had to wait until they had wed their respective spouses Prince William and Zara Tyndall before being allowed to tuck into that royal turkey. Speaking at the time, royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams told, in 2010 Kate was not invited to do so after her engagement to William, nor was Mike Tyndall after his to the Princess Royal's daughter Zara Phillips, and only spouses and close family are usually invited. However, Harry and Meghan will be living together at Nottingham Cottage at Kensington Palace and her family are in the United States. The monarchy relies heavily on precedent and tradition, but it also makes its own. Christmas guests at Sandringham this year are thought to include Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall, as well as William, Kate and their 3 children. The Queen's youngest son Prince Edward, his wife Sophie and their children, Louise and James, have also confirmed their attendance. Princess Anne and her children Peter Phillips and Zara Tyndall are expected to attend. And the invitation has been extended to Beatrice, Edo, and Sienna, and to Princess Eugenie, her husband Jack Brooksbank and their baby son August.